Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Sprague Field in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school freshman boys soccer contest between the hosting Raiders of Wellesley High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Should be a fun one here today. We are slated for a 4 p.m. start, which if everything starts on time, we'll be starting in about 7 minutes. Both teams are here, so we should be starting roughly on time, which is good. I am happy to say that this broadcast and all of my regular season fall broadcasts this season are brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go to easchdental.com. And you can see the logo for Esch Dental down in the bottom center of your screen. And you'll also be able to find all that information in the description section down below, along with some other helpful links. Among them, you'll find a link to the official Venmo account for the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club, which supports all 6 Brookline High soccer teams, boys and girls, varsity, JV, and freshmen. They're the ones who always make sure to book me for a few of these freshman and JV games as well as some varsity games. So they make sure to support all 6 teams, all 3 levels, boys and girls. So show them some support by donating some money to them via their Venmo account in the description section. And a reminder, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. We got our first note in the live chat from Kesta Radosavljevic. I apologize if I butchered your last name there. Very simple, come on, Brookline, in the live chat. And if I butchered your last name, please let me know, because I know you share a last name with one of the players on the Brookline roster here today. And I always say, if you notice me messing up any last names, I encourage you to correct me in the live chat. I want to give these young men the best coverage I possibly can. And to me, part of that does mean getting their names right. And on that note, I'm going to read out the rosters as quickly as I can before we get this one underway. And if you guys notice me messing up any names on either the Brookline or Wellesley side, I encourage you to correct me in the live chat. We'll start over here on our right with the visiting Brookline High Warriors. The 2024 freshman boys soccer roster for Brookline is as thus, going in order of jersey number. First off, we have number 1, Maxwell Yoder. Next, we have number 2, Yuki Shimane. Number 3, Theo Hibbard. Number 4, Max Kagan. Number 5, Taeyeon Kang. Number 7, David Vexler. Wearing either number 8 or number 15 is Luke Lamacchia. Number 10 is Austin Huang. Number 13, Alejandro Marrero. Number 16, Kian Solov. Number 17, Federico Butera Andrew. Number 19, Peter McGrath Sheldrick. Number 21, Zach Bittner. Number 23, Luka Radosavljevic. Number 25, Grant Walter. Number 27, Maxwell Wong. Number 28, Stephen Gregory. Number 29, Max Montgomery. Number 30, Matthew Ritter. Number 32, Hunter Barden. And no jersey number, just wearing a goalie jersey, is Benjamin Lopez. And we had one player who didn't have a number on there. That's Harrison Platt. So those are the members of your 2024 Brookline High Freshman Boys Soccer Team. Again, if I'm messing up any names, I encourage you to correct me in the live chat. As we move over to the Wellesley side, let's take a look at the roster for the Wellesley High Raiders. Again, any Wellesley fans in the live chat, feel free to correct me if I'm mispronouncing any names. Going in order of jersey number 4, Wellesley. First off, we have number 37, Luke Copy. Next, number 39, Atu Derej. Number 41, Nico Bookbinder. Number 56, Andrew Barbary. Number 61, Will Barrett. Number 62, Cody Schneider. Number 64, TJ Rayor. Number 65, Dylan Kennedy. Number 67, Luca Bernhardt. Number 71, Kieran Duddy. Number 72, Jake Balter. Number 73, Noah Cho. Number 74, Emmett Foley. Number 75, Thomas Asali. Number 76, Colton Nichols. Number 77, Jack Casillas. Number 78, Gabe Henriquez. Number 79, Jake Dunn. Number 80, Peter Livingston. And no jersey number with a goalie jersey is Tristan Kakarla. So those are our two rosters. You can see they're doing the opening coin toss to get us started soon. And I do notice that there are some frames being dropped here and there. Overall, we got a pretty strong connection out here at Sprakefield, but we are occasionally dropping some frames. So let me know if any particularly big plays, some big highlight plays get cut out due to dropped frames. That's a result of Wi-Fi. You know, there's not much I can do about that. But while I'm live streaming these games, I always record them at the same time as a backup. So that way, if some big plays get cut out due to problems with the Wi-Fi, then I'll have a fully recorded version that I can upload later that same night. So just let me know in the live chat if anything happens there or if there are any other technical difficulties. And if you're not comfortable with YouTube's live chat system or you don't have access to it for whatever reason, I think it's difficult or possibly even impossible to access during, if you're watching on mobile, that is. And so you can also find my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. You can send me an email if there's anything you'd like to say as well. The two teams getting ready to take to the field. You can see the Wellesley starters out. Their starting goalie is going to be Tristan Kakarla. And now Brookline taking the field with their starting netminder, Ben Lopez. Setting up for the start of the first half now. Wellesley will get the opening possession of the first half. They'll play from our right, Brookline from our left. Brookline with the white jerseys, blue shorts, and blue jersey numbers. Wellesley with all black uniforms, white jersey numbers with red outlines. Looks like getting us started for Wellesley is going to be number 74, Emmett Foley. And And here we go. We are underway, and whoops. I think what happened there was that Foley touched it twice, and if you're getting the first touch at midfield, you have to only touch it once. But he touched it twice there, and so we're actually going to start off with a free kick for Brookline. Free kick is launched. And Brookline trying to push it forward. That's number 2, Yuki Shimainson's pass out and a shot, but a whistle first. I think they called offsides on number 4, Max Kagan. And so it'll be another free kick this time for Wellesley. Wellesley's number 67, Luca Bernhardt, launches this one upfield, bouncing along. It's corralled by Brookline, but taken back by Wellesley. They push it upfield to Foley. Foley racing and just barely broken up at the last second, sent out the back line by number 13, Alejandro Marrero. So that stops the breakaway chance by Foley, but it does result in the game's first corner kick. Setting up to take the corner will be number 72, Jake Balter. Kesta Radosavljevic asking what league this is. This is the MIAA. So just Massachusetts high school freshman boys soccer. Both these schools members of the Bay State Conference. As Balter kicks this one in, deflects back, and now booted up in the air to deflect it away from the Wellesley attackers. And now Brookline trying to counter the other way. Number 23, Luka Radosavljevic, had it for a second, broken up, and it deflects a couple ways, out of bounds. Wellesley ball. Brookline for a second thought it was their ball, as number 16, Kian Solov, after that nice slide tackle there, got set to throw in, but it's Wellesley ball on the far side. Thrown up the far side, broken up by Brookline. Pass goes up to Solov. Solov surrounded on all sides, but he's got help from his teammate there. That's number 19, Peter McGrath Sheldrick. They send it across. That's Shemaine sending it back to number 29, Max Montgomery. And then the pass goes up. Pass from, I believe, number 30, Matthew Ritter. And it's chased down. Racing up the far side was number 16, Solov. Passes it back. Dribbling around the pass, gets back to Ritter. Now it's stolen away by the Raiders. Kicked upfield, not offsides, but Marrero racing back again. Strong box-out job, preventing Wellesley's number 39, Atu Derej, from getting on the attack there. Brookline quickly working it upfield. Solov, pass, got away there from McGrath Sheldrick. Now Wellesley trying to take it the other way, but that deflects too hard off of Foley, taken away by Shemaine. Shemaine passed it out far side. Ritter sends it up to Solov, back to Ritter. Ritter sends it upfield, finds his target. That's Bittner. Zach Bittner passes it over to Shemaine. Shemaine dribbling, pass back. Ritter with the ball now. And a long kick up is stopped by Wellesley's number 41, Nico Bookbinder. Couple of passes, gets up to number 75, Thomas Asali. His pass intercepted by Ritter. Ritter gets it up to Solov again. Solov fakes out his defender. Pass to the middle, finds Bittner. Bittner passed through, couldn't quite get the shot off. He was aiming for Radosavljevic. And that one's out of bounds and didn't get the favorable deflection. Did they just try and free kick that in? I'm very confused what that was, but it's now going to be a throw-in for Wellesley. Throw in some kind of violation on Brookline. It'll be a free kick for Wellesley. Sent up the line, cut off by Brookline's number 4, Max Kagan. Attempted pass from McGrath-Sheldrick intercepted by the Raiders. Bookbinder trying to dribble. It's taken by his fellow center back, number 67, Bernhardt. Couple quick passes up the far side. That pass broken up by McGrath-Sheldrick, almost deflects back, but stopped by Marrero. Now kicked back by the Raiders. Gets up to Asali. Asali kicks one, goes off an arm. No offsides call. A diving save does not count as there was a whistle blown before the shot. It's either going to be an offsides on Wellesley or a handball on Brookline. And it looks like the offsides was called first. And so it'll be a free kick for Brookline. Montgomery setting up to take the free kick. Boots it out to the far side to Solov. Couldn't corral it. It bounces out of bounds. Throw in up the line. Disrupted by Ritter. Keeps it in bounds, but cannot keep it in bounds long enough. And it will be Wellesley ball again. Throw in. Down the far side, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for Wellesley. Second one of the half. Wellesley setting up for the corner. This one booted up. Headed away and cleared out by McGrath-Sheldrick. That one was headed down by Brookline's number 27, Max Wong. Now it's stolen by Solov. Kian Solov tries pass, gets through to Radosavljevic, and just couldn't keep his dribble. It's knocked away by Wellesley's number 65, Dylan Kennedy. Cleared out by Bernhardt, but taken now by Ritter. Ritter dribbling too fast, and it's kicked away, but recovered by Brookline here. That's Shemaine over to McGrath-Sheldrick. Passes up, finds Ritter. Ritter sending it up the far side for Solov. And that either went out of bounds, so they called offsides on Brookline. Not sure. I think they must have called an early offsides there on Brookline, and so it'll be a free kick for the Raiders. No score as of yet here in the first half. Free kick is downed by Shemaine. Pass back to McGrath-Sheldrick. Further back Marrero. Across for Wong. Now out near side. Montgomery. Kick misses. Intercepted by Kennedy. Pass up. Foley rushing with it. Disrupted again by Marrero, who gets back up and boxes out as Wong's kick is blocked but out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball. Alejandro Marrero displaying his get-back speed, but ideally, if you're the Brookline defense, you want to stop those rushes from happening in the first place. A mistake on the throw-in there by Montgomery as his throw-in never went in bounds, and so that's just going to give it to Wellesley. Kesta Radosavljevic asking another question in the live chat. Is there a table on the internet I can check? If you're talking in terms of like records and standings and stuff like that, I don't think so, especially not for the freshman level. For the varsity level, they would eventually release power rankings on the MIAA site, but overall there's not really anywhere you can check records or anything like that. And there's not going to be any playoffs at this level anyhow. Off the bounce, it's taken by the goalie Ben Lopez. Sends it out far side to Ritter. Pass up. A nice touch pass out to Solov. Solov racing up the far side. Trying to fight his way through, but could not. Took a nice pass from Bittner there, but just ran out of room. So hard to move the ball upfield on grass with more friction than turf. But now moving this ball upfield is number 75, Thomas Asali. Asali trying to get around Wong, gains the edge. Crosser comes in, walled off there by, I believe, McGrath-Sheldrick, and now Montgomery boots it up the near sideline. It's kicked back by number 76, Colton Nichols. Knocked away from Kennedy by Shemaine, and that'll be out of bounds. Asali getting ready to throw it in for Wellesley. Kennedy tries to pass back, deflected by Shemaine, out of bounds. Asali throws it in. Montgomery trying to box out. It never goes out, and so he just ends up passing it up to Kagan. Kagan to the middle for Shemaine. Passes back to Montgomery, who now boots it high. Deflects down, but Radosavljevic got a foot on it and chased it down himself. Radosavljevic passes up now to Solov. Solov to Bittner. Now sends it out wide to Radosavljevic. Now Radosavljevic dribbling. Kicks a leader. Up for Solov. They call offsides again. Brookline's been having trouble timing those rushes upfield. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. Sorry about that. Free kick from Wellesley. And it's recovered by Marrero. Marrero dribbling with it, sends one forward, deflects, and is recovered by Nichols. Now Nichols kicks it upfield. It's going to be chased down by Wong. Passes near side to Montgomery. Montgomery sends it to Kagan. Kagan working up the near sideline. Kicks it. It's deflected by a Wellesley player, but stays in bounds. Now knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Brookline ball as it was knocked out by number 61, Will Barrett. Montgomery throws it in towards the middle for Bittner. Stolen away by Bookbinder. Bookbinder passes it out to Asali. Asali boots one upfield. It's a race to the ball now, and Foley almost got there first. Wong disrupting him. Foley tried to fight through, but Marrero's there as backup, passes it out. And now it's passed up from Bittner to Shemaine to McGrath-Sheldrick. McGrath-Sheldrick racing up the middle. Couldn't get all of his foot on that pass, but still gets it out to Shemaine. Shemaine slices it, but does get out to Kagan. Kagan takes the ball, passes forward for Shemaine. Shemaine on a rush, but he's cut off. But Shemaine steals it back, gives to Kagan. Kagan pass back, McGrath-Sheldrick. Over to Bittner. Bittner out to Solov. Solov winds. Kick was blocked. Deflects up in the air. Solov still fighting for it. Scrum for the ball, and Wellesley had too many bodies in there, and they come away with it. And it's cleared up the middle. Gets up to Foley. Foley with some space to work. Gets around one. Wong with a nice defensive help. He knocks it over to Marrero. Marrero sends it up the far side to Solov. Solov pass deflected away from Bittner, but off the deflection, it's Radosavljevic. Radosavljevic picking up speed. Stops. Cuts. Cut off. The attempted clear was blocked, and Solov recovers it. Turns around, looking, winds, kicks, and it's wide. A flurry of subs now coming in for Wellesley as they set up for the goal kick. Couple of big defensive plays by the Wellesley center back number 67, Luca Bernhardt. As Brookline starting to generate some offensive pushes here and there. Looks like it's going to be Bernhardt taking the goal kick, boots it upfield, and it's down by Ritter. Ritter leaves it for McGrath-Sheldrick. McGrath-Sheldrick looking around, kicks forward, knocked back down. Recovered by Wellesley as number 80, Peter Livingston, recovered it, set off a string of passes. Now it goes to Asali. Asali towards the middle, booted away by Marrero. Goes up to Solov. Solov Battling on the far side, sends it back to Ritter. Ritter boots it upfield. Race to the ball, but nobody's going to get there as it goes out of bounds. Throw in up the line. Battle for the ball. It's passed up and now stolen away by Solov. Sent back to McGrath-Sheldrick. Manages to force a pass through to Solov. Solov could not kick it. It was knocked away by Jake Balter, but out of bounds. Ritter quickly throws it in. Wellesley takes control. Bookbinder sends it upfield, but could not complete the pass. Taken by McGrath-Sheldrick over to Shemaine. Now back to Montgomery. Back up to McGrath-Sheldrick. Spins off his man. Oh, couldn't get all of it on that pass. Intercepted by Kennedy. And now Kennedy, off the deflection, boots it upfield. Asali racing after it. Asali cutting around Wong. Montgomery, the last line of defense, knocks it away and keeps it from going out the back end and keeps control. Good efforts by Max Montgomery, but he kind of whiffs on that kick. Manages to boot it upfield, deflects, and Radosavljevic tried to cut in, but couldn't keep control of it. It flies out of bounds. Kesta Radosavljevic asking a question in the live chat: are there many divisions in freshman boys soccer? I don't know for sure. Like I said, they don't really have power rankings or standings or playoffs, but I do know that at the varsity level, Brookline is in Division 1 in Massachusetts. So based on that, you can roughly say this is Division 1 freshman boys soccer. Shemaine kicking a leader, but Radosavljevic was in front of the defender, so he is offsides. Almost a breakaway chance there, but I got a little rule of thumb for anyone who struggles to understand offsides in soccer. If the player seemed too wide open to be true, odds are it was too wide open to be true, and they were just offsides. Couple deflections, and Livingston boots it upfield. Foley racing after it, covered by Marrero. Gets a crosser through, and a shot went off the crossbar. A second chance is sliced out of bounds. Oh, a golden chance for number 64, TJ Rayor. And his shot just sailed straight up and went straight down off of the crossbar. And we remain scoreless. Brookline gets a bit of a lucky break there, as Emmett Foley's speed on those offensive pushes has caused a lot of trouble for them here in the first half, even if it hasn't shown on the scoreboard yet. Battle on the far side, and Solov has it. Solov tried to kick a leader, walled off by Bookbinder. Now a pass to the middle. It's taken by Shemaine. Shemaine passes it back to Montgomery. Montgomery slices that one, and it's going to fly out of bounds. Throw in for Livingston, heads it back, and we got a push in the back call against Kagan. That'll be a free kick for Wellesley. Free kick goes to Livingston. Pass it back to number 77, Jack Casilius. Sends it up to Asali, but broken up by Shemaine. Sliced again by Montgomery, out of bounds. Throw in from Livingston, bouncing along, taken by Wong. Wong to Montgomery, upfield. Radosavljevic with a nice tap off the back of his foot, but he was cut off. Now stolen by Kagan. Kagan sending a leader towards the middle, but a little too far, and it's cleared out by number 61, recovered by Bittner, passed back to McGrath-Sheldrick, sends it up to Radosavljevic. Radosavljevic tries to tap it back to Bittner. Bittner trying to battle through, gets it to Shemaine, who keeps it, trying to spin his way through multiple defenders, and he does. Keeps possession, sending a leader for Solov, but too far, and it's scooped up by Kakarla. Kakarla punts it, kicked along by Livingston towards the middle, As you can see, several players getting ready to sub in on both sides. Marrero with the ball now. Waving his way through. Pops one out to the near side. Kagan keeps it inbounds. Pass back Montgomery. Montgomery boots it towards the middle to an open Bittner. Zach Bittner passes forward, but cut off and intercepted. Solov fighting for it, though. But it's Bernhardt who swoops in and takes it away, helping out number 61, Will Barrett, on the defense there. Clears it upfield, taken now by Ritter. It is lost out of bounds. And now both teams going to sub in a bunch of players here. We got 5 subs coming in for Brookline, 4 subs in for Wellesley. So we're going to have a bunch of different names to call here, but we'll pick them up as we go. Ritter looking around for the throw-in as we await all the players coming off the field. Now we're ready to go. Ritter throws it in, goes off the back of a Wellesley player out of bounds. Now another throw-in towards the middle. Number 3 trying to fight through it. He's got a chance. His shot walled by Bernhardt, who continues to play strong defensively, stopping the offensive chance for Theo Hibbard there. Now Wellesley clears it out. Ritter again sends it up the far side for Hibbard. Hibbard racing in, sends a crosser. Knocked in! Max Kagan! Theo Hibbard subbing in and immediately making an impact with a great assist there. Let's take a look at the replay. From Ritter, a nice leading pass. Kagan takes it along the back line, sends in a crosser, deflected in by Kagan. Great ball movement there, and Brookline takes the 1-0 lead. Max Kagan off the assist from Theo Hibbard. And Brookline is first on the board. Livingston pass it back, and now Radosavljevic putting on the offensive pressure. Kicks a leader. It's Kagan again. Oh, but it didn't bounce the way he expected, struggling to recover the ball. Juking around, pass back. Radosavljevic lost it, and now still scrumming for it. Radosavljevic brings it into the corner to try and reset, trying to juke around. Tries to spin around several defenders, but too many defenders. Bernhardt clears it out. Taken back. Number 32 pass intercepted, but it's disrupted and taken back by what appears to be number 1, Maxwell Yoder. Pass it back to Ritter. Ritter back to Yoder. Yoder pass across. Hibbard again. Hibbard fires his own shot, and it bounces just wide. Couple more subs coming in for Brookline. Number 5, Taeyeon Kang, and number 10, Austin Huang. Sub into the game, replacing Ritter and Radosavljevic. For Wellesley, they got 1 sub checking in. Number 76, Colton Nichols, back in the game, replacing Bernhardt. Kakarla's goal kick had a nice curve on it to keep it away from both Huang and Kagan. Kagan does chase it down, pass it back to Luke Lamacchia. Further back to number 32, Hunter Barden. Barden sends it over to Huang. His pass gets up to Hibbard. Hibbard racing upfield, sends a leader for Kagan. Kagan racing down the near side, kicks one across to Huang, walled off by the defense, and the clear kick goes up, taken by Barden. Barden surveying with space, winds, kicks one, and it bounces wide. You 1-0 the Brookline lead here in the first half. Off the goal from Max Kagan, assisted by Theo Hibbard. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Be sure to check out their information, phone number, and website down in the description section down below. Kakarla sends it out near side. Offensive pressure from Huang, and a hard takeaway there by Nichols. And it deflects out of bounds. It'll be Wellesley ball. Throw in is knocked out again. Stays Wellesley ball. Throw in. Tapped back for Nichols. His kick knocked out of bounds by Kagan. Throw in, and we've got a throw-in violation against Wellesley. And so Brookline gets to take advantage as number 7, David Vexler, checks in for the Warriors, replacing Max Kagan. Throw in might have been a bit premature. Now Barden throws it in. Gets it to Huang. Passes it back to Lamacchia. Lamacchia. Cross to Vexler. And Vexler breaking away, but the ball bounced too far out in front of him, and Kakarla falls on it. I don't think that was Vexler. I think that was actually number 17, Federico Butera Andrew. So it was Andrew who almost had the big play there. My mistake. This is Yoder with the ball now. Yoder kicks one high, bouncing along. Vexler couldn't deflect it back, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. Wellesley ball. Throw in coming from number 77, Caecilius. Oh, but deflects the wrong way off the foot. And it'll be Brookline balls. Another sub checks in for the Warriors, number 28, Stephen Gregory, whose name and number combination I absolutely love, because Patriots fans might remember that it was number 28, Steve Gregory, who recovered the very famous butt fumble on Thanksgiving Day in 2012. So I appreciate that name and number combination for Brookline's Stephen Gregory here. Pass goes back. Now across Lamacchia, sends it further back to number 5, Taeon Kang. Sends it up the far sideline, and an offsides call, as it was Andrew who was racing up, but a step ahead of the defense. It'll be a free kick now for Wellesley. And it goes off the side of Livingston's foot, downed by Hibbard. Hibbard kicks the leader for Andrew too far, and that's going to roll out of bounds. And now Wellesley able to bring in a bunch of subs as they cycle through. Pardon me. Throw in. Battling on the far side. And now booted away by Wellesley. Downed briefly as we got some hard gusts of wind blowing through here. You know, not the hardest, but still noticeably different from the conditions we've had so far. It's been a pretty clear day as this throw-in chased down by Lamacchia, passed back to Gregory. Gregory up to Yoder. Yoder across Hibbard. Hibbard kicks a high leader. Huang knocks it. Huang with a chance. It rolls in! Austin Huang! Second assist of the day for Theo Hibbard as Austin Huang makes it 2-0 for Brookline. Deflected off his knee, just changed the trajectory. Kakarla was trying to come out to contest that. Normally a smart play. If that had gone past Huang, then Kakarla would have been able to cut off the rush. But instead it goes off the knee of Huang to the near side, low corner of the net. And Brookline leads 2-0. Austin Huang, assisted by Theo Hibbard. Second assist of the day for Hibbard here in the first half, and getting them from different spots. He got the first one from a wing position, and now gets the second one from more of a midfield position. 2-0 Brookline leads. Hibbard with the ball now. Gives it over to Lamacchia. Lamacchia boots it upfield, skips past the defense. Breakaway chance. Andrew shot! And it's deflected just wide. It's going to be a corner chance for Brookline. And the goalie, Kakarla, is briefly down. Trainer's coming out to take a look, make sure he's okay. Looks like after a brief look, everything is okay. As Brookline sets up for the corner after the diving stop by Kakarla. Theo Hibbard setting up to kick the corner for Brookline. If this corner kick gets knocked in, he could have his 3rd assist of the day. Comes in low and, yeah, it just goes out, and it'll be a goal kick. Couldn't get the lift he wanted on that kick. And now Kakarla with the goal kick. Right up the middle to Luke Coppy. Kicked across midfield. Wellesley keeps control of it. Trying to get an offensive push for the first time in a little while, but it's stolen away by Lamacchia. Lamacchia sends it up the far side for Andrew. Andrew chases it down. Couldn't get around his defender. Brookline trying to keep up the push. It's knocked out of bounds, and Wellesley gets it. A nice initial stop by number 71, Kieran Duddy. But Brookline knocks back, though. That was Kang, as Huang tried to keep it in, but could not. It'll be a goal kick. Kakarla boots it out to Asali. Barden battling and out of bounds, Wellesley ball. And they got to stop. Oh, they called a free kick. They called the handball before they called it out of bounds. So a free kick will be coming from Nichols. Booted up, knocked back by Gregory, taken back by Nichols. Nichols dribbling towards the middle. Still dribbling, sends a pass out far side. Knocked out of bounds by Kang. It'll be another throw-in for Wellesley as they bring in a bunch of subs here. (2-0) the Brookline lead here in the first half. Raiders throw it in. Raiders starting to threaten. A shot from Asali is blocked, but Derej crashing. Atu Derej gets Wellesley on the board there. And just like that, Wellesley on the board, and they cut the Brookline lead in half. Number 39, Atu Derej, assisted by number 75, Thomas Asali. Asali's initial shot was blocked, but bounced into a spot where Derej could take it and get past the keeper for Wellesley's first score. 2-1 now the score, still in favor of Brookline, but Wellesley showing they're not going to back down. Kang sends it upfield for Andrew. Andrew turning around, racing up the far side. Andrew sends a pass, misses Huang, and it's kicked away by Bookbinder. Now Wellesley trying to flip it the other way, but it's taken by Gregory. Gregory dribbling, pass across to Hibbard. Hibbard dribbling through the middle, surveying. Now sends pass out to Andrew. Andrew trying to pick up speed and cut around his defender. He does. Charging in. Shot stopped by Kakarla. Recovered by Andrew. Still in bounds. Now knocked away by Bookbinder. Bookbinder trying to dribble, but cannot. Taken away by Yoder. Passed back. Hibbard. Hibbard trying to cut around the edge on the far side. It's a scrum of players in the corner, but the ball gets through. Brookline racing in, but ran out of room there, and Kakarla falls on the ball there to cut off the attack chance. Kakarla punts this one, and that is going to be the whistle for halftime. Our score at half, the Brookline High Warriors 2, the Wellesley High Raiders 1. Goals for Brookline coming from Max Kagan and Austin Huang, both of them assisted by Theo Hibbard. As we take a look at the replay of the last goal Brookline scored. But Wellesley did answer back, cut the lead in half on a goal by Atu Derej, assisted by Thomas Asali. And that's where we have our current score. As we head into halftime, a reminder that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. All information you can find down in the description section down below. You can also find some other helpful links, including a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club. If you would like to donate money to help support the Brookline High soccer program, Friends of BHS Soccer supports all 6 Brookline High soccer teams, boys and girls, varsity, JV, and freshmen. So if you'd like to show your support to the program, you can show it there. Also, there's a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, which I'm going to tell you about right now. It is the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The food pantry has been serving an average of 650 households each week, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish at 210 Harvard Street in Coolidge Corner on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the food pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer and help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And once again, all that information in the description section down below. It is halftime. I'm going to take a brief break and mute the mic, but I'll be back for coverage of the second half. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Sprague Field in Wellesley, Massachusetts, here to bring you the second half of today's high school freshman boys soccer contest between the Brookline High Warriors and Wellesley High Raiders. Still anybody's game as we go into the second half. One-score game, Brookline 2, Wellesley 1. Brookline to get the opening possession of the second half as number 23, Luka Radosavljevic, is about to get us started. And here we go. Pass goes back to Peter McGrath-Sheldrick. Sends it further back to Matthew Ritter. Now up to Luka Solov. Kian Solov, excuse me. Stolen away by Wellesley. They try and pass through the middle, but Radosavljevic breaks in and takes it away. Pass to the middle to Yuki Shimane. Now sends it up to Max Kagan. And we got a trip call against Brookline. And so Wellesley now going to get a free kick here. Now setting up for the free kick for Wellesley is number 67, Luca Bernhardt. Bernhardt boots it near side, and the ball taken away by Solov. Solov's pass briefly stopped by Bernhardt. Radosavljevic trying to battle through, but it's knocked away by Dylan Kennedy. Back to the middle of the field. It's passed back. Barely kept in bounds by Wellesley's number 79, Jake Dunn. Now a battle for the ball won by Emmett Foley. Foley's pass knocked away by Max Montgomery. Montgomery now dribbling up the far side. Kicks a long leading kick. Home run pass for Radosavljevic. Radosavljevic shot! Saved by Kakarla! And Bernhardt clears it out on the far side. Everything about that play on both sides was incredible. I didn't get a good replay of that, but beautiful pass from Montgomery. Great rush and shot by Radosavljevic, but just a better save by Kakarla. Solov passed through. Radosavljevic tries another shot, but couldn't get enough on that one. And it's stopped again by Tristan Kakarla, the Wellesley netminder, who just made an incredible foot save on that shot by Radosavljevic, who had him faked out going the wrong way with his dive, but just stuck out his foot and got a piece of it. Kakarla now clears this one out. Battle through the middle. Ritter. Pass over to Shimane. Stolen away by Thomas Asali. Asali dribbling through the middle and almost taken away by Zach Bittner. Instead, Wellesley stays with it. Up the far side to Foley. Foley's gone on some dangerous rushes, but this time cut off by Montgomery and Maxwell Wong. Wong boots this one upfield, but it's taken now by Nico Buckbinder. Stolen back now by Bittner, kicked upfield, racing through for it is Max Kagan. Disrupted by Bernhardt, couldn't take it with him. Pass upfield. This is number 56, dribbling with it for Wellesley. Lost control of it, goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick for Wellesley. Atu Derej setting up to take this kick. He scored Wellesley's lone goal the first half. Now launches in a high one, headed away by Matt Ritter. Derej boots it back up in the air. Downed. Wellesley trying to keep control of it. They cannot. It goes out of bounds. Brookline ball. We're starting to have some real troubles with the Wi-Fi, but once again, we are recording this while live streaming it, so whatever frames are getting cut off I'll have a fully recorded version that will have everything, and I'll have that uploaded later tonight. Pass to the middle. This is McGrath-Sheldrick over to Bittner. Bittner boots a leader. Race for the ball. Bernhardt gets there first and kicks it away from Radosavljevic. Now taken by Kagan. Kagan scored Brookline's first goal in the first half. Tried to kick a leader there, but no one there to take it, and it's scooped up by Kakarla. Kakarla slices that punt out to the near side, disrupted by Ritter. Ritter, pass out to Solov, blocked, and it goes out of bounds, Wellesley ball. Throw in, tapped back, goes back to Buckbinder, who boots it upfield. Now Alejandro Marrero, pass it near side to Ritter. Ritter boots it towards the middle, knocked away by Bernhardt, recovered by Shemaine. Shemaine kicks a leader, Radosavljevic closing in, but Buckbinder cuts it off and boots it out towards the far side, staying inbounds. Battle between Colton Nichols and Max Kagan, out of bounds Brookline ball. Kagan throws in quickly to Shemaine, taps it back for Montgomery, slips away from him briefly, but he recovers. Dribbling, tries a pass, walled off, stays with it, but I think a foul was called as a player got knocked over during that physical scrap for the ball. Throw in, deflects. Battle for the ball around midfield. Wellesley recovers it. Kennedy pass up to Asali. Cut off, and Shemaine takes it. Pass back to Wong. Wong up to McGrath-Sheldrick. McGrath-Sheldrick dribbling, gets around one. Pass up to Shemaine. Give and go back to McGrath-Sheldrick. Now back to Shemaine. Shemaine out near side for Solov. Solov turns around, kicks a crosser. It's not there. It's cleared out. Taken back by Ritter. Ritter looks, kicks up in the air, and off the hop, it's taken by Kakarla. Excuse me. Kakarla sends it up far side to Andrew Barbary, number 56. Barbary past Kennedy, who kicks a leader for Barbary too far. Booted away by Wong, goes up to Kagan. Kagan pass back, Montgomery. Montgomery slows it down, now sends it over to the middle to McGrath-Sheldrick. McGrath-Sheldrick up to Bittner. Bittner for Radosavljevic. Now out for Solov, disrupted by Buckbinder, but recovered. Bittner to Solov. Solov charging in. Solov, crosser, walled off by Buckbinder. Buckbinder's clear, deflected by Radosavljevic, but goes out the back line. It'll be a goal kick. Oh no, it's a corner. It must have deflected after Radosavljevic's deflection. It went off of a Wellesley defender, so it's a corner for Brookline. Brookline. Corner kick flies in. It's walled off. Deflects down. Bittner's kick went off the hand. Oh, I think... Are they saying it went off the hand of Bittner? Bernhardt gets the free kick, but it goes right to Shemaine. Shemaine sends a pass through, knocked back over to Solov. Solov battling, sends one ahead. Shemaine to Radosavljevic. Could not break through Buckbinder. Solov trying to keep up the push. Swarm of players. Radosavljevic pass, or shot deflected out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick for Brookline on the far side corner this time. Looks like it's going to be McGrath-Sheldrick setting up to take the corner. Brookline hoping to add to their lead. Currently up 1. This kick comes in low, deflected back out by Bernhardt. Chased down by Kagan, out to McGrath-Sheldrick, but Barbary knocks it loose. Montgomery kicks it back. Intercepted by Nichols. Nichols sends it up the far sideline. Foley takes the ball, gets around one. Foley off and running, gets past another. Foley still going, trying to go end to end. Finally cut off, and Marrero kicks it out of bounds. And now Wellesley brings in 4 subs. So as we wait for them to finish the subs, as some of them got to come in from the far side. Throw in to Foley, tap back out, pass back in. McGrath-Sheldrick kicks it away. Kagan breaking through. He's got some space to work now. Kagan fakes out a defender, runs across midfield. Kagan still going, sends one ahead. Couple players racing for it, but Buckbinder gets there first. Lost control of it out of bounds, but a big stop there on what could have been a big breakaway push for Brookline. Throw in, somehow downed by Radosavljevic. Looking around. Fakes out a defender. Trying to race through. Too many black jerseys in there, and they clear it out. Ritter recovers it. Heading down the near sideline. Ritter. Crosser. Deflects back. And Kennedy cuts off Shemaine and passes it up to Asali. Asali boots it out far side. Barbary sends it forward for Foley. Wong cuts it off. And Montgomery slides in to knock it away from Foley, but Foley recovers it. Foley kicks one ahead. Barbary was battling along the far side, but he's cut off by Montgomery. Knocked out of bounds, Brookline ball. Couple subs checking in for Brookline, Theo Hibbard and Stephen Gregory, as they replace Zach Bittner and Max Wong. Throw in, bounces off Kagan out of bounds. Wellesley throw in now. Throw in, deflected back to Barbary. Barbary's pass deflected, and it's going to go out the back end. That'll be a corner kick for the Raiders. It's still anyone's ball game at this stage, 2-1 in favor of Brookline. Wellesley could knot the score right here if they can get their corner play to work. This one flies in, headed away by Montgomery, but goes right back out, booted back in. Now a couple of headers, clears it out for the moment. Radosavljevic recovers, kicks a pass out near side for Solov. Solov racing up the field, stops, slices a kick towards the middle. It's taken by Shemaine. Shemaine now taking off with speed. Shemaine stops and spins, cuts around. Turns around, passes back, Hibbard. Hibbard gives it back to Shemaine. Shemaine spins, pass up to Hibbard. Hibbard pops one up for Kagan. It's knocked away by the defense. Radosavljevic downs it, dribbling around. Solov cuts in, tries to take it, but is walled by the defense. Too much traffic there. Shemaine recovers, passes it back to Montgomery. Montgomery boots it towards the box, off the head of Buckbinder, off the post, almost an own goal for Wellesley. Instead, it rolls out. And that goes out the back end. It's going to be a corner for Brookline. Setting up to take the corner, I believe, is McGrath-Sheldrick. And now some subs checking in on both sides. For Brookline, number 17, Federico Butera Andrew, replacing Kian Solov. For Wellesley, number 71, Kieran Duddy, replaces Luca Bernhardt. And a low kick in for Kagan. Kagan spinning, crosser, downed. Montgomery kick is saved by Kakarla. A nice idea by the Warriors there. They did manage to get a shot on goal out of it. Just not a very powerful shot, and a nice read by Kakarla through the chaos. Wellesley with the ball. Brookline trying to stop the transition, and they do. Shemaine to Radosavljevic. Touches it to the outside. Andrew pushing it forward. Lost it off the bounce, but recovers. Pass back, Shemaine. Shemaine across to the middle. Hibbard. Hibbard could not dribble around, and it's cleared out now by Livingston. Marrero recovers. Marrero dribbles up. Marrero pass to McGrath. Sheldrick gets a pass up to Kagan. Kagan forward to Shemaine. Shot, walled, out of bounds. Another corner kick. Sub checking in for Brookline, Luke Lamacchia comes in, replacing Peter McGrath Sheldrick. And so it'll be Max Montgomery taking the corner kick as McGrath Sheldrick checks out. Wellesley's got to watch out for Kagan hanging back and cutting into the play. But they go for the high kick this time, headed back by the Wellesley defense. Chased down by Lamacchia, sends pass back a little off the mark, but Marrero gets it. Pass back to Ritter. Ritter battling, cut off by Buckbinder. Buckbinder keeps it in bounds. Dribbling, pass to the middle, finds Asali. Asali dribbling, pass up, finds Rayor. Rayor sends it back to Livingston. His kick deflected, now taken by Hibbard. Hibbard manages to keep it in bounds, pops it in towards the middle. Now recovered by Livingston. Pass back to Asali. Asali across, finds Kennedy. Kennedy dribbling. Still fighting his way through, but ran out of room and is cut off by Montgomery, who clears it out. Taken now by Barrett. Barrett kicks it back. Now booted back upfield by Gregory. Kicked back by Buckbinder. Lamacchia pops it over to Andrew. Andrew trying to take off, but went off his foot too hard that time, and it flies out of bounds. Andrew was trying to fly up the sideline and give himself a chance, but instead the ball just flies away from him out of bounds. Couple subs checking in for both sides. For Brookline, Taeyon Kang and Hunter Barden back in. And again, the ball just flying too far away, as that one is out of bounds Brookline ball. Barden throws it in, and a hard trip up there as the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick. Got a flurry of bugs out here at Sprague Field. Kind of annoying to see through. Kagan taking off, and his advance walled off by the Raiders. Now Livingston racing up the far side. Pass, misses. but it deflects back to Livingston. Now he sends one forward. Kicked away by Marrero. Recovered by Rayor. He's cut off by Barden, but tries to muscle it through. Hibbard kicks it away. Pass goes right back to Rayor. Rayor, pass to the middle. Gregory couldn't kick the ball away, but he stays with it and takes it. Now sends one up far side for Kagan. Kagan picking up speed. Pass to the middle, knocked away. And now a battle through the middle. And Brookline swoops in, takes it away. A leading kick from Hibbard goes up to Andrew. Andrew stops, pops up a kick, and it's taken out of the air by Kakarla. Kakarla punts it. Bounces towards midfield, taken by Marrero. Over to Barden. Barden, pass up. Lamacchia over to Hibbard. Hibbard, dribbling, looking. Sends it up the near sideline for Andrew. Andrew chasing it down. Cuts around a defender, charging in. Pass, Radosavljevic. His shot sliced wide. Staying in bounds, though, as Wellesley clears it up the far side. But now the pass stolen away by Kagan. Too much traffic there, but it's pushed up again. Radosavljevic, shot, saved by Kakarla, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be another corner chance for Brookline. 3 subs check in for Brookline. Yoder, Vexler, and Huang back into the game as they replace Kagan, Shemaine, and Radosavljevic. Corner flies in, deflects all around. Lamacchia had it for a second, knocked away from him. And now Wellesley with the ball. Long pass cut off by Gregory, booted back the other way. Goes off ahead, going the wrong way. And it's kicked away by the Wellesley defense. Lamacchia recovers, passes it back to Kang. Now up to Vexler. Vexler looking around, pass blocked by Copy, sent back. Kang boots it upfield for Huang, lost track of it, but so did Barrett briefly. Barrett recovers, pass upfield, touch back to Livingston, pops it up for Foley. Foley cutting towards the middle, jukes around one defender, racing across midfield. Foley stops and is walled off by Kang out of bounds. Number 78, Gabe Henriquez, throws it in. Back for Duddy, and it's lost out of bounds. Brookline ball. Huang lost control of it. It's back to Wellesley. Throw in off, couple deflections. It's taken by Yoder. Kicks a long leader. Andrew taken off with speed. Andrew stops, chance, and he launches it high. That's a couple of shots that have just gone off his foot wrong. There was that one where he was trying to dribble and turn it into a breakaway. Flew off his foot out of bounds. This one just flies high on the attempted shot. Buckbinder kick cut off by Barden. Touchback from Hibbard to Yoder. Yoder winds and fires, taken off the hop by Kakarla. Kakarla punts it. Bounces past the Brookline defense. Big chance for Foley. Foley dribbling around one and muscles it through on a pass. Another hard collision, 2 hard collisions, and the ref just saying let him play as Brookline just barely clears it out. Huang pass back. Barden Gets a pass up to Andrew. Andrew, no room to go. Taken back. Rayor tries a pass, cut off by Yoder. Up to Lamacchia. Lamacchia up to Andrew. Andrew slices one towards the middle. It's, excuse me, booted the other way by Duddy. Downed by Barden, who pops it up in the air. Scrum for the ball. Andrew keeps it in bounds. Andrew picking up speed. Whistle was blown, but they're just playing through it. Buckbinder up to Foley. Now Buckbinder takes it. Stolen away by Marrero. Now Marrero taking it the other way. Marrero stops. Trying to fight his way through Foley. It's knocked back. Barden out of bounds. Wellesley ball. 4 subs coming in for Wellesley. Still 2-1. The Brookline lead. No goals so far here in the second half. Looks like, I think it's actually 5 subs now. Throw in. Livingston tried to send it upfield, cut off by Barden. Pass to Lamacchia, disrupted, but Lamacchia recovers. Pass back to Marrero. Now out to Hibbard. Hibbard's pass deflects a couple of times. Lamacchia controls it. Pass for Hibbard again. He manages to touch it back to Barden. Barden up to Andrew. Andrew somehow weaves out of the double team and passes back to Hibbard. Hibbard boots it upfield. Barrett. Pass up the middle. Disrupted but deflects over to Livingston. Livingston cuts to the middle. Now his pass cut off by Huang but recovered by Livingston. Back to Nichols. His pass gets upfield, but taken by Marrero. Now up to Hibbard. Back to Barden. Cross to Marrero. Marrero boots it upfield, downed by Yoder. Stolen away here. Pass back to Livingston. Andrew, walled by Livingston. Oh, unfortunate time and place there as Hibbard's kick goes off the head of Andrew and out of bounds. Wellesley sends in about 4 subs. No scoreboard clock, so I can't tell you how much time we've got left in this one. Just waiting for the ref's triple whistle to signal the end of the game. Brookline trying to hold on and secure the win here. Currently a 1-goal lead. Wellesley fighting to try and tie it up. Kennedy dribbling, pass up. Foley breaking through. Ran out of room, has to turn around, pass back. Kennedy disrupted by Shemaine and recovered by Vexler. Upfield, it's kicked away by Duddy, out of bounds, Brookline ball. Off the throw-in, it's lost out of bounds. This throw-in up to Foley. Now stolen away by Brookline by Vexler, but it was out of bounds, Wellesley ball. 2 subs coming in for Wellesley, Barbary and Bernhardt. Throw in bouncing along, booted away. Deflecting back and forth. Huang passes back to Ritter. Now to the outside, Kang. Kang kicks it, cut off by Bernhardt, but fighting for it was Shemaine. Pass goes to Hibbard. Now out to Barden. Barden up to Huang. Huang across to McGrath-Sheldrick. And now Kang boots it upfield. Racing after it is Vexler, but he's boxed out by Bernhardt, and that rolls out the back end. That'll be a Wellesley goal kick. It's tough because there's a field hockey game going on right behind us, and occasionally, you know, sometimes there's a whistle coming from that game. It can get a little confusing. Now along the far side, scrumming for it. Huang trying to break free. Pass outside to Vexler. Vexler winds up, crosser kick off the head and high and wide off the head of Shemaine. A nice setup, but just couldn't get it in that time. Kakarla kicks it out to Asali. Asali cut off by Andrew, but his pass intercepted by number 72, Jake Balter. Couple of kicks from Wellesley, flies upfield. Kang slices it, but it's going back towards the Brookline end, and now Marrero clears it out. And it'll be a Wellesley throw-in. That almost turned into a desperate rush for the Raiders. Throw in, Shemaine kicks it back out. Now kicked upfield by Hibbard. Bernhardt launches it back. And I think that's going to go out the back end as it'll be a goal kick. Of note, I missed this earlier, but Brookline actually made a change in net. Number 25, Grant Walter, now manning the spot between the pipes for Brookline. Walter setting up for the goal kick. Launches it out to the near side to Barden. Barden over to Hibbard. Hibbard kicks one. Leading pass. It's a race. Nichols going to get there first. Nichols kicks it upfield. Cut off by Hibbard. Hibbard stopped, and Bernhardt boots it out of bounds, but he sliced it out the back end. That's going to be a corner kick for Brookline. Austin Huang setting up to take the corner kick for Brookline. Brookline taking a more Huang's kick. Deflects, stays in bounds. Now Huang pops one up in the air. Still in play. Vexler, a crosser. Bernhardt clears it out, but it's kept in play. Breaking through. McGrath-Sheldrick hits a wall, tries to pass. It's not there, but Nichols couldn't keep control of it as it rolls out of bounds. Throw in. Huang. Booted away by Wellesley, stopped by Ritter. Ritter dribbling. Pass knocked away, taken by Kennedy. Ritter knocks it back. Kennedy forces his way through. Wellesley trying to go on a rush here. Still looking for that tying score as Foley kicks a leader down the far sideline. Marrero kicks it out the far sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Wellesley. Derej throws it back to Foley, but lost control of it, and now it's Brookline ball. Vexler into McGrath. Sheldrick, who pops it up in the air. Stays in play as Buckbinder takes it. Pass up to Kennedy, stolen away. Andrew takes off running. Andrew's got a hole, and he's cut off at the last second by Bernhardt before he could truly get nothing but green grass in front of him. Buckbinder throws it in and missed the throw-in, out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in. Pass back, lost out of bounds, still Brookline ball. Throw in. Couple deflections back and forth, and finally booted away by Wellesley. Couple bounces, and it's taken by Derej. Derej looking around, stolen by Lamacchia, tripped up, and they call the foul on Wellesley. It'll be a free kick for Brookline. Brookline able to take their time on these free kick setups, as with a lead, it's in their best interest to run out the clock. Ritter. And that is the end of the clock, and that is the end of your ball game. The final score here at Sprague Field, the Brookline High Warriors 2, the Wellesley High Raiders 1. 3 goals scored in the first half. Both teams' defenses clamped down in the second half. The goals for Brookline scored by number 4, Max Kagan, and number 10, Austin Huang. Both of them assisted by number 3, Theo Hibbard. Wellesley got a goal back by Atu Derej, assisted by Thomas Asali, but they could not tie it up. Well, thank you all so much again for watching this live stream, and thank you again to Esh Dental for sponsoring this broadcast. Esh Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esh for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eshdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. Phone number and link in the description section down below, as is the link for the official Venmo account for the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club, which supports all 6 Brookline High soccer teams, boys and girls, varsity, JV, and freshmen. You can donate to help support the program at that Venmo link in the description down below. You can also check out the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry, if you'd like to support their cause. And remember, folks, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Tomorrow, I'll be covering some varsity soccer action as the Brookline girls soccer team heads out to Newton to take on the rival Newton North High Tigers. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing to the channel can help. If there are any comments you would like to make after the live stream is over, you can make them in the comments section down below. I know the Wi-Fi was a little tough at points here. I will be uploading a fully recorded version of this broadcast later tonight. Be sure to be on the lookout for that. And with all that said, that is going to do it for this live stream from Sprague Field in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Final score, Brookline 2, Wellesley 1. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.